I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. This week, we're all about Manhattan design, style, and luxury. Uptown and downtown, on the Bowery and off of Gramercy, sophisticated homes with a flair for the dramatic and the elegant. We have a stunning SoHo loft and a self-described Zen Den with this digital and fashion influencer. Plus, we are inside this eclectic apartment in Chelsea with designer Ben Brougham. But before all of that, I get to explore this brand new custom-built townhouse on the Upper East Side. Imagine waking up to this sunlight right here. I mean, how do you have a bad day when you wake up like this?
You don't.
You
You have lots of money, so I think
so it makes it easier.
You just bought a house for nearly $20 million. Your life is okay.
Yeah. Welcome to Open House NYC, everyone. Today we are focusing on modern Manhattan luxury living, and so it's only fitting that I'm coming to you from this gorgeous 6-story townhouse on the Upper East Side. Now, this is the part of the show where I usually tell you about the place that I'm in, but I am not going to do that today. I'm going to hand it over to the listing agent himself, Ryan Serhan, who just happens to be right here. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Can't wait for a tour of this amazing townhouse.
This is 123 East 61st Street, brand new construction, which is hard to find. And like you said, there's 6 floors, there's 9,300 square feet, so let's start on the ground floor.
Let's do that. Work our way up.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is like the test of any home. The kitchen has to be the most amazing room in the house, but it's my favorite room.
So many townhouses you see skimp on the kitchen because it's about the living space. The kitchen is also home, and now, I mean, as we saw through 2020, people did work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They were doing their Zooms right here,
Yeah.
and you want access to natural light, which we have. And then you've got these 20-foot ceilings that are right over your breakfast area.
I love it. It's so bright, it's so airy. It feels like you can breathe easier in a high ceiling home, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's luxurious, and it's that volumetric square footage that people really, really care about, especially post-COVID.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so then right above the kitchen, you have your living, entertaining, and formal dining space. So let's start here. We have this table that sits 8, could easily sit 10, 12, 18. It's a huge space. And then this is right over your breakfast area. So you can yell down and say, hey, you doing your homework?
Clean that up.
Exactly. We're watching you. And then this I actually love because it's like an art piece in the corner. This is your bar. They picked this really, really, really pretty blue marble that acts as kind of this statement piece off in the corner. And they've got this great lacquer cabinetry. And you've got all this natural light from these beautiful casement windows that look out over East 61st. It's so hard to find a bright townhouse.
Yeah, it really is. But you walk in here and it has a really good vibe. It's a happy home.
So then lead the way here into your primary suite.
Again with these views. Imagine waking up to this sunlight right here. I mean, how do you have a bad day when you wake up like this?
You don't.
You
You have lots of money, so I think
it makes it
you
easier.
just bought a house for nearly $20 million. Your life is okay.
Yeah.
But this is the primary suite. Huge, huge, huge. I love this chair we put in. Like, I'm 6'3", 200 pounds, and I'm like tiny in this massive green chair, just to show you how big this room is. So the closet takes up half of this floor.
I love it already.
I know.
Oh my
I know, you can do a catwalk, right?
Yes.
Walking through. That's
Mirrors,
what I would do.
hat racks, shoe racks.
Yep, you got 3 easy accesses here. So you get access here from the primary suite, from the secondary bedroom or home office or nursery, that's what that room is for. And then you also have access right here. So you can come out from the staircase, from the elevator, to just go right into the closet. Or if you're having like a closet cocktail hour.
I mean, because why not?
Exactly, right? After COVID, that's what everyone's gonna do. Everyone's gonna be vaccinated, you're gonna have closet parties, anything. Come see my hats.
Get in a small space with me, quick.
It's gonna be wild.
I bet it's like a game room.
You don't know me, you don't know my life.
Yes, I do.
It is a game room.
I love it.
It's a huge space, and you have another 20-foot ceiling.
What? No, okay, that's rare.
It is
to
rare.
have 2 of them on top of each other like that.
I mean, they're so rare as in like they just don't exist.
I don't think I'm very good at this game, but give me a pool table. Oh, you're supposed to be on this side. Oh,
yeah, you're over there. Okay. Oh, go! Oh my God. I'm out. I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
That didn't take long at all.
Do you want to take the elevator? Because it goes all the way to the roof.
I believe you, but I like to get all my steps in, so.
Ah, great. After you.
Wow, the possibilities.
And fully finished. Waterproof, pavers, you got the elevator that comes up here, you got great privacy, and you have what I think are really, really cool southern views over Manhattan. And you're in the 60s. I mean, this is where everybody now wants to be. They want ease of access,
yes.
They want brand new efficiencies, and they want everything under one roof.
Well, thank you so much for the tour today, Ryan. This was so amazingly beautiful, and it's so much better to get a personal tour.
Yeah, and it's always great to see you.
You too.
So now, I gotta run. I gotta go sell all this stuff.
I'm gonna stick around because I got a job to do.
Okay. All right, see you later.
That was fun. All right, coming up just after the break, we are heading downtown to Chelsea to check out this curated designer home. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. And now we're in Chelsea with designer Ben Brougham, who just happens to be the VP of Interiors at Jonathan Adler. So when it comes to design, he knows of what he speaks. Ben shows off his own fabulously curated and eclectic apartment, a veritable showcase for all that he loves in life and design. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Brougham. I'm the Vice President and Director of Interiors at Jonathan Adler. Welcome to my small but beautifully formed apartment in Chelsea. The apartment's an eclectic mix of things. I wanted it to feel like it was in any main European city. It could be London, Paris, Milan. So I had the whole apartment painted white and then used a layering of bold colors and rich materials to give this eclectic feel. I love my job, so I have a lot of Jonathan Adler furniture in my apartment. This is evident in the entry hallway when you first come in with this small cabinet. It's inspired by a 1950s Italian design. It's a really useful piece of furniture here because it gives me some extra storage that a console wouldn't do. Above it is a mirror that's in brown and gold, and this gives some real 70s glam with its graphic shape. On the top of this piece is a planter in the form of Grace Jones. It's by a friend of mine. I love it because it combines my passion for pop culture along with artistry and craft. I also love Grace Jones. Further down the hallway, I have an Italian 1950s ladderback chair next to a small tile-top table. The tile-top table I bought in the Paris flea markets. I love the colours on the top of this. It reminds me of a Pucci scarf from the same era. The ladderback chair is really elongated in its shape. This comes in really useful because it also doubles as a coat rack. When I come in, I can just throw my jacket on the back of it. When I first looked at this apartment, the kitchen had a peninsula island that jutted out into the middle of the space. I had this removed and used a round dining table instead. I love a round dining table as it's really conducive for entertaining. Friends and I sit around, have dinner, chat, drink. I also like it because it really makes the space in this area flow well. Next to the dining area is a tall Jonathan Adler cerused oak cabinet. This gives me some much needed storage space, but also functions as a dry bar. On top of the cabinet, I have a collection of items and art, all in the neoclassical style. The giant lucite head is a Jonathan Adler product that we developed originally for a Caesars hotel project. Here I put a light behind it to really illuminate the detail. The living room is a comfortable, chic hangout space. I can hang out here with friends, watch a movie, eat pizza, have cocktails. The living room is a bold mix of blue, green, emerald, yellow, and mixed metallics. The starting point for this room were these emerald green drapes. I love this color, I just had to have them. This room has really high ceilings, and these large nailhead screens accentuate this. They add some drama and some architecture to the space. Between these screens are a pair of antique French carnival posters that I bought when I first moved to New York over 14 years ago. They've stood guard over me ever since. The majority of the furniture in the living room is from our collections at Jonathan Adler, with the exception of this one chair, which I brought with me from the UK. It's a vintage piece by the designer William Plunkett, and I upholstered it in this bold yellow, which really pops in the sea of greens and blues. The lamps on either side of the sofa are also from Jonathan Adler. These are one of my favorite pieces. The detail on the base are sculpted feet, as if they're about to walk away. I love this element of surrealism on an otherwise very chic lamp. The bedroom in my apartment is a classic New York alcove. It has no windows. I wanted to embrace this darkness, so I draped the space with a textural cream fabric that adds some architecture and interest to an otherwise really boxy space. I can also pull the drapes across to shut the room off if I'm entertaining or want to make the space more private. The Jonathan Adler bed is upholstered in a favourite fabric of mine from the UK company House of Hackney. It's a palm leaf pattern, and with the boxy bed design and the metallic accents, it really gives me some 70s Miami glam. Thank you for joining me on this tour of my New York City apartment. I love living here. I think it's a great reflection of both my personal style and the work I do at Jonathan Adler. I hope you enjoyed it.
Coming up just after the break, we are in SoHo with Sheryl Eisen, who shows off a brand new take on the classic downtown loft. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in SoHo with friend of the show, design entrepreneur and stager, Sheryl Eisen. She took this classic loft space with its beams and high ceilings and created distinct areas throughout, turning it into a chic, stylish home filled with inventive surprises. See what I mean?
I'm Sheryl, President of Interior Marketing Group. Welcome to 49 Green Street. Located in the heart of SoHo's historic cast iron district, this spectacular loft is nothing less than an ode to the neighborhood's rich architectural history. And at 50 feet wide with sprawling entertaining spaces, there's a lot to see. Let's get started. Immediately when you walk in, you're struck by the soaring 11-foot ceilings, the exposed steel beams, and the east-facing light streaming into this wide open living space. One of our staples at IMG is that we use low-profile furnishings. This works especially well here because of the ceiling heights, but it's also distinctly modern. And it's a beautiful contrast to the classic SoHo streetscape right outside the window. The focal point of the living room is this exquisite fireplace, a true showstopper. I always believe that you should find the largest rug possible. The larger the rug, the larger the space appears. Here we used a textural gray rug with a simple line pattern that helps define the space and provides a color contrast with the other neutrals. It's always fun to play with heights, textures, and materials. Here we nested 2 coffee tables of varying heights and materials for visual interest. Oh, and I just love these egg loungers. I could just chill here all day, but there's so much more to see. For the dining area, we used this bespoke lighting fixture. It has a modern profile and casts a romantic glow in the evening. I also love these boucle dining chairs, especially in contrast with this large marble dining table. Thinking about enjoying a meal here is actually making me hungry. Let's check out the kitchen. Now this is a kitchen where no detail was spared. I mean, check out the size of this island. It's practically a continent. And it's a single slab, which is really rare. There's also Calicut countertops and backsplash. And custom white oak millwork envelops the entire scene. The kitchen was so perfect, there was not much to do here. But we did add these comfortable modern counter stools. And these celestial light pendants complete the kitchen. Now, I've got to get down from here. Isn't this bedroom sumptuous? It's the perfect space to relax in after one of those long days. Another one of our signatures is a custom headboard wall. Here we use panels of walnut and plushed cotton. It's both soft and dramatic and accents the bed perfectly. I always say that the key to a sexy bedroom is by layering textures. Playing off the headboard, we combined our raindrop stitch Madison bedding with a sultry, soft faux fur blanket, an equally soft set of pillows. A light ribbed rug coupled with a maroon velvety lounge chair gives the space additional form and functionality. Well, that's everything. I really hope you enjoyed our modern take on this SoHo stunner.
Coming up just after the break, we're with this creative director in a jewel box apartment she calls her Zen Den. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in Nolita with digital influencer and creative director Pari. Pari founded Pari Dust as a nexus for art, fashion, and design. Now she shows off how her ideals influenced her interiors.
Hi, my name is Pari. I'm a creative director with an online platform for art and fashion called Pari Dust. Welcome to my Zen Den. I love Zen minimalism. I love to surround myself with pieces that inspire me and support my well-being. What made me move into this apartment, as soon as I walked in the door, I noticed all the abundance of natural light. I think that furniture becomes like a sculpture under the light. So when the light and the objects transform, the space also changes. I didn't want to bring a sofa in here because I thought it would obstruct the flow of energy, so I decided to do a day bed because it's open on both sides and looks the same from every angle. Since I have only a small closet in my bedroom, I had to create one in the living space that didn't feel overpowering. So I created like this built-in structural moment, and yeah, it becomes kind of one element into itself. So my workspace is a clean slate for creation. I like the sense that this is my haven. So my chair is probably my most prized design object. It's by the Brazilian architect and designer Sergio Rodriguez, and it's also very comfortable. I think it's important to bring warmth into the space. Objects that have been passed down to me and given to me by my grandmother, reflective of my Persian ancestry. I don't have that much art in my space. I think it's important for me personally not to be too influenced by other people's aesthetics, so that I can exist in a vacuum when needed and actually create art myself. I feel like my bedroom and the workspace, there's a bit of a separation. I shut the door to my bedroom and I turn off. There's just the books and my bed. I'm very much into the flow of the space, so I don't want anything to obstruct your vision, so things are more low to the ground and kind of off to the sides. I placed the mirror in a way to kind of break up the grid of the windows, just to create an element of interest. Also, I have an art piece which is all made of reflective material, so I think that that has a nice dialogue with the mirror. I hope my space conveys how important I think it is to design your environment in a way that supports your life, and also to surround yourself with pieces that you love. Thank you for coming.
Don't go anywhere, because just after the break, we are inside a Gramercy chapel turned stylish pied-à-terre. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in the Gramercy Park section of the city with Houston-based designer Lucinda Loya. This former chapel is Lucinda's home in the city, and she created fashion-forward spaces that are an eclectic yet welcoming example of her aesthetic. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Lucinda, principal of Lucinda Loya Interiors. Welcome to my fashion-inspired apartment in Gramercy. This building was owned by two prominent families, the Stuyvesants and the Rutherfords. In fact, Stuyvesant Park is just across the street. It was then sold to a Presbyterian church, and this great room became a chapel. Actually, it's called Clapton Chapel because Eric Clapton used to live here. This is a one-of-a-kind room in New York City, but it did have its challenges. I had this incredible ceiling accented with gold medallions, and I did not want to detract from the beauty. So it occurred to me that the best color palette was no color palette at all. Everywhere in this great room, you will see white furniture with accents of black and gold. So once I made up my mind, I purchased this white and gold suit of lights for my husband. You know what they say, happy husband, happy. Up these stairs is a loft with a perfect view of the great room and a guest room. It's small, but with bold patterns and a lot of personality. As I mentioned, I love fashion, and our bedroom is a designer's dream. I continued the same palette, and I covered my walls in a gold and silver wallpaper, because after all, what's fashion without a bit of sparkle? I designed this bed to mimic a Chanel handbag. I picked up these reflective gold chain mail pillows from a local discount store. It's the perfect amount of pop. I reserved a corner of the room as a primping spot, and I look forward to sitting in my comfortable Marcel Wanders bell-bottom chair every morning. My closet is the perfect refuge for a fashionista. I have accessories everywhere because I believe accessories can make or break an outfit or a home. This is a unique space, and designing it really let me spread my wings. Here, I was inspired by my passion for fashion. But as long as your designs are inspired by all things you love, it will be a success. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. It's all about love. Share these homes, you know?